I just know it's my time. All I see is the destination that I'm trying to get to. I think I'm the smartest fighter on the planet Earth. I don't just beat guys. I'm the type of fighter that dominates people. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. You better be ready, boy. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada. We at the UFC boxing gym. January 31st, I'm fighting Teofimo Lopez. I'm moving up to 140 pounds, super lightweight. The process ain't nothing new. I'm not trying to put on all that muscle and all that extra shit they keep talking about. Skills pay the bills, and that's what's gonna show up on fight night.
Just in preparation for January 31st against Shakur Stevenson.
He was born for this. He's God gifted. We're implementing a lot of different things for this camp. You got to do things in there that people have never seen.
Every day is a different type of segment of working out. Earlier today, I had a little bit of strength and conditioning and then swimming, exercising and expanding those lungs. And then we finish off late night. We come here and do 18 ounces of gloves, an hour or as long as I can of training without no break. Just trying to see how much more I could push.
Yeah, you could try. You know, it's like what you say, I'll try my best. You know?
No, that seems more aggressive.
Yeah,
that was like,
try.
And y'all shoulder to shoulder, right? It seems like y'all should be in the same space and y'all just fine.
Well, the way they set it up inside the ring, or inside the ring, they set it up that way. And I'm thinking we're going to go half and half, like on split.
Y'all were right there, fam.
Yeah.
As the clock ticks down to 5 days, Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez are pushing their bodies and minds to the limit, and we are bringing you inside every moment of it.
Turn them out of there. Walk them out. I put a lot of great people around me, challenge me and push me and take me to the next level, and I think that's what keeps me at my sharpest. Terrence Crawford, that's my big brother. I love him to death. I feel like if he wasn't in my career and in my life, it'd have been very difficult getting to the level that I got to. And he kind of told me is take every guy serious. Seeing him and seeing how he prepared for guys who I know that's not on his level, it kind of turned me up to make sure that I do the same.
You want me to stop this? Respect me. Respect the scars that I got to show my son for the rest of their life. Respect the work that I put in. But till then, you're going to get the other version of me that just speaks the truth.
We still have a lot of work to do. I told him, you know, God gave you this gift so the kids could freaking look up to you, man. We could save one soul, that's a lot, man.
So that's why we got to keep beating these guys. Beating Shakur, this is part of it to get to that next level. I pretty much have had almost everything thrown at me, and I look forward to see what will be thrown at me come January 31st.
Shakur trains intensely inside camp, sharpening technique, speed, and defense, fully preparing for the high-stakes fight against Teofimo.
We're looking forward to this here fight with Teofimo. I know we can guarantee you for sure, 100% he's going to be ready.
This camp feel way different from previous camps. Being away from my daughter, being away from my future wife, that's the most challenging thing. You gotta keep your eyes on the prize. This is sharpest I think I done been for a fight. My diet, I let the nutritionists and all them kind of people take care of that. I just show up and eat whatever they give me. So I pay attention to what makes me feel good, and I just stay on that.
Teofimo keeps training basic, focusing on staying healthy, maintaining form, and preserving energy for the fight.
Today is chest, triceps, a little bit of shadow boxing with some weights. Keep the ligaments and everything loose. A little bit of forearms to finish it off. Nothing too intense like others. We don't need that. Later today, we're gonna go boxing, but prior to that, we're gonna go recover. Go see Dr. Dennis in Miami Lakes. Head over there. Go get readjusted. Just keeping that grind, steady grind. We beating Shakur? Yeah, that's Teofimo right there. That's takeover bobblehead.
Shakur Stevenson's training camp is intense and focused, with him working on his technique, speed, endurance, and strategy to dominate in his upcoming fight.
I had fought a kid named Ruben Villa, and he beat me. He beat me again in the next tournament. So now that's 2 times. So now they kept saying like, okay, Ruben Villa is the next Oscar De La Hoya. He's going to win us an Olympic gold medal. And then by the time it came to the Olympic trials, now it's the rematch, and everybody there thinks I'm going to lose to this guy. And then I just wipe him out I had to fight him again because it's double elimination in the Olympic trials. I flushed him even worse the second time, so a lot of people didn't think I could do it. The Edwin De Los Santos fight was my biggest setback. I wanted to please the fans and the people when I should have just pulled out the fight. And now they start writing me off and think that I'm not as good as I said I was.
Teofimo Lopez trains with controlled intensity, emphasizing fundamentals, maintaining fitness, and staying healthy while preparing strategically for his upcoming fight.
Just trying to see how much more I could push.
He's the best whenever he's in good condition. Like they say, we eat, we sleep, everything boxing.
My nutritionist is anonymous. They're giving me a lot more protein than the previous camps. I'm actually having more meals in between rather than before.
I've been with him ever since he started boxing, which was at 6. I really knew that he was really good when he started beating professional fighters at 13, 14 years old.
Between me and Shakur, when we were on the top rank, because we were the next rising stars, we sparred. We did only 3 rounds back in Miami in 2016. I was getting the best out of him. You should have seen afterwards. Why do you think he said stop? He said stop recording. Come on, dog.
Teofimo Lopez is determined to win, staying focused, disciplined, and mentally strong, ready to give his best performance in the fight.
When it comes to boxing specifically, there's bobbing and weaving, and there's a lot of high repetition that starts to wear and tear at the spinal disc level. So what we're going to do is we're going to decompress the spine and make sure that we get hydration back into the disc.
Yeah. The things you gotta go through to be a world champion. Yeah. Whew.
It's really about sports performance and making sure that his body is able to express the highest athletic potential possible.
Tonight, right now we're boxing. Yep. We're original classic, reason why we're here type of boxing.
Teofimo Sr. confidently says his son will become a world champion, praising his talent, dedication, and relentless determination in training.
So when he's in there, he's just focused, you know? And when I see him focused, every time I know that he has somebody, I always tell him, you already figured him out. You know, that's like letting him know, have fun. From now on, just have fun.
Back out. Double jab. 1, 2.
When it comes to it, like boxing is pretty much all mentality. It's all mental. Are you mentally prepared with the audience? Are you mentally going to be prepared with the certain punch selection? There's things that I also got to train as well. There's things that I have to maintain as well. Those are things that I have to work on within myself. It's a muscle. And it's a muscle memory that you have to create now. If you don't create now, it can harm you the day of.
Teofimo Lopez focuses on perfecting his jab during training, improving timing, accuracy, and setup for combinations in the ring.
No matter how much I achieve that, he's always got to beat whoever's in front of him. I beat Shakur. They say he went up weight class. He wasn't in his weight class. When I flatline him and they say, oh, he had the best defense, that's just how it's gonna be. You gotta be okay with it. I ended up being okay with it. I'm gonna show everyone that his defense is not as immaculable like they say it is. That's my job. That's my job. My job is to show the true flaws that they can't see, that the world cannot see.
Shakur Stevenson is determined and more experienced, using his skills, strategy, and ring intelligence to control the fight effectively.
I just need somebody that's at 30.
If it makes sense, like sense.
Yeah.
And we need the right joker down here for it to be just as big.
Yeah. And they get kind of aggressive and open up.
Correct.
And I could catch them kind of easily.
Yeah, you can catch me. What you want to get there?
Shakur Stevenson says there's no personal beef with Teofimo Lopez. Their fight is purely professional, focused on competition and legacy.
Don't it? But during the fight, I'm like, yo, Tio, come on, use your jab. Keep using your jab. I'm like trying to coach him through. I know Tio. I don't know Arnold Barboza. Why would I go? If I'm front row, why am I cheering on Arnold Barboza?
Right.
I don't do that. So, and I also remember when I was fighting Josh Padley, I could hear Tio like, yo, just go to the body, set up with the body shot, so I could hear Tio voice. So it's like, why would I cheer against you, bro?
You wanted to make that clear.
Yeah,
like
he kind of just assumed because I was with Bud that I was going against him. But
Shakur Stevenson speaks with clear purpose about the upcoming clash with Teofimo Lopez, framing it as a fight that boxing truly needs. He acknowledges that critics often question his choice of opponents and label his performances as boring, so stepping up to face one of the biggest names in the sport removes all doubt and proves his seriousness. Even though he could have remained comfortable at 135 pounds, he chose to move up to 140 to seek a real challenge and demonstrate his true abilities. Stevenson believes this matchup not only tests him personally, but also keeps fans engaged and restores attention to the sport. The level of danger and competition motivates him to push harder in training, refine his technique, and show up at 100% on fight night. External criticism and noise no longer affect him because what matters most is proving his greatness inside the ring. Every session in camp, every drill, and every sparring round is approached with focus and intensity. For Stevenson, this fight is about legacy, pride, and fulfilling the expectations of fans and the sport alike.
Cause I'm tired of going in the ring and guys being like, oh, you're not fighting nobody, oh, you're not this. I didn't have to do this fight. I could have stayed at 135 and I could have campaigned at 135. But for me, I feel like I wanted to fight at 140 against Tio because he's one of the biggest names in the sport.
How, for the good of the sport, how important is this fight between you and Tio?
It's very important. It's important because it makes boxing great again. It keeps the fans that want to see the fight in tune. And also, you got to realize, once again, I didn't have to take this fight. I was campaigning at 135. That's the weight that I'm at. That's the weight that I 9 times out of 10 going to go back to after this fight. But I did this because I know Tio's one of the biggest names. I know that he's one of the most accomplished fighters in or around my weight class, and the challenge wakes me up. It makes me want to go harder, showing up day in and day out to make sure that I come in at 100% on fight night. So for me, this fight means everything for the sport. This fight means everything for me, my career, my legacy, and I can't wait to put it all on the line.
How does it upset you at all, Shakur, when people get on social media and it seems like when you fight, they be like, he's a boring fighter, defensive fighter, too boring. Is that part of it where you say, okay, you know what? Now I'm going to fight Tio. Call me boring now.
No, it don't bother me no more because they pick and choose, I still hear it to this day, oh, he's boring, he's a defensive fighter, but it's like my last fight, I went in there and I entertained the crowd. I went out there, entertained the people. I took a couple punches more than usual than I usually would take. So if I did that in my last fight and y'all still can say it, y'all still want to let it haunt me, they still bring up.
Gareth A. Davies highlights the importance of Shakur Stevenson moving up to the 140-pound division, stepping into a weight class filled with elite competition. He points out that the division features strong contenders like Dalton Smith, but Teofimo Lopez remains the universally recognized #1 after impressive victories over Josh Taylor and Vasyl Lomachenko. Davies believes Lopez possesses both the style and experience to challenge Stevenson's rise through the rankings and potentially slow his ascent toward pound-for-pound recognition. Despite this, he sees sharp discipline, tactical intelligence, and growing star power in Stevenson, noting how his confidence and presentation continue to impress. After closely observing both fighters throughout the build-up, Davies emphasizes that the matchup is compelling and highly competitive. He predicts that Stevenson's technical skills, combined with his ability to adapt in the ring, give him a slight edge, making a tactical, closely contested points victory the most likely outcome in this high-stakes fight.
Now, Shakur Stevenson stepping up to the 140-pound division, 10-stone division. Dalton Smith, our very own Dalton Smith, is one of those champions. Tio Lopez, universally accepted as the #1 in that division. Brilliant victories in his career over Josh Taylor, and prior to that, Vasyl Lomachenko. I think a true victory over Vasyl Lomachenko. If anyone can upset the ascent of Shakur Stevenson up the pound-for-pound list, up the weight divisions, it's the spoiler that is Teo Lopez. I've watched a lot of them together in the build-up, and I like the way Teo is, and I like the way Shakur is. See, Shakur's got the gap between his teeth. It's gone now.
Yeah.
He's had his teeth done. He's ready to be a megastar. I'm really, really, really fascinated by this contest.
Spencer Oliver describes Teofimo Lopez as a fighter who blows hot and cold, yet becomes dangerous when everything clicks. He points to the brilliant display against Vasil Lomachenko as proof of Lopez's high level, then recalls how the loss to George Kambosos briefly knocked him off track. Recently though, Oliver believes Lopez looks sharp and focused again. For him, the fight depends on whether Shakur Stevenson can truly step up and chase greatness. He compares that ambition to bold moves made by elite champions who dared to test themselves. While the bout may be technical rather than explosive, both men possess exceptional ring IQ, making it a pure chess match for boxing purists everywhere.
Teofimo Lopez blows hot and cold, but when he's good, he's really good. Vasil Lomachenko was an outstanding performance. Then he got derailed by George Kambosos in the fight after that and just seemed to lose his way a little bit, but in recent times looks back to his best. It's a fascinating fight. This for me is all about whether Shakur Stevenson can step up and bring the greatness. He's daring to be great, and I think that Terence Crawford done it against Canelo Alvarez, and I believe that Shakur Stevenson does it against Teofimo Lopez in a fascinating fight. You know, if you're a boxing fan, for the boxing purist, the sweet science between these two, you watch the technical stuff that goes in there, might not go down as one of the greatest fights there ever was. This could be a real standoff, a real technical fight, but both guys, their IQ is insane, and this is the best fight in boxing today.
It is. It's up there along with Artur Beterbiev against Dimitri Bivol.
Aid Oladipo breaks down the upcoming matchup as a clash between two elite technicians, with real pound-for-pound status at stake. He ranks Shakur Stevenson comfortably inside the top 10, while placing Teofimo Lopez just outside, but notes that one significant victory could dramatically shift the rankings. According to Oladipo, a win for Lopez would immediately push him into the top tier, while a dominant performance from Stevenson could spark discussions about the number one position across all divisions. He also emphasizes that many people are underestimating Lopez's preparation and strategic approach. Stevenson is a slick, technically gifted southpaw, but Lopez has already faced and defeated elite left-handers like Vasil Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, giving him crucial experience that most fighters lack. Oladipo points out that facing such opponents has sharpened Lopez's skills and mental toughness, making him capable of adjusting to Stevenson's style. This combination of preparation, experience, and raw talent ensures that the fight will be far closer and more competitive than casual fans might expect. Ultimately, Oladipo sees this as a highly strategic and thrilling matchup, with both fighters pushing each other to their limits.
Two fantastic boxers. Shakur, pound for pound, top 10. Teo, maybe just outside it. Maybe like 12th or 13th in my pound for pound rankings. But obviously a win for Teo would take him into the top 10. A win for Shakur, I mean, there's an argument to say he could be number one. There's an argument to say you could be number one if you are about to win your I don't know what belt, but your fourth weight division. Could be number one. I think this is such a good matchup, and I think too many people are sleeping on Teofimo Lopez without realizing Teofimo Lopez has done the best homework you can do in preparation for Shakur. And what I mean by this is Shakur is a slick southpaw, right? Elite boxing southpaw in Vasily Lomachenko. Most people hate fighting southpaws. They're tricky, right? You don't get a good enough sparring for them. There are simply more orthodox fighters than southpaw fighters. So you grow up fighting orthodox fighters. So when you fight a southpaw, it's like, my God, what am I doing? He has fought two of the best southpaws of the last 10 to 15 years in Josh Taylor and Vasily Lomachenko. And he's beaten them both. So he's had the perfect preparation. And removing Josh Taylor, because Josh Taylor, although a very good boxer, isn't as slick as Shakur Stevenson. Loma is. So he's been there and done that. Loma came up from a small weight class. Shakur came up from a small weight class. Is Shakur better than Loma? I don't know. It's a debate to be had. What I'm getting at is that Teofimo Lopez will not be scared or fighting a slick southpaw.
Teddy Atlas provides a detailed breakdown of the upcoming fight between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, offering sharp insight into both fighters' strengths and challenges. He praises Stevenson's recent performances, noting that he has finally satisfied critics by successfully blending offense and defense, standing his ground, and applying the sweet science while remaining highly entertaining for the audience. Stevenson's technical brilliance, quick hands, Olympic background, and exceptional ability to control range make him a strong favorite going into the matchup. Atlas then shifts attention to Teofimo Lopez, highlighting the unpredictability of his mental state and the significant influence his father has had throughout his career.